I'm Will. I've been training here for a year and 9 months or so, year and 10 months. Fitness-wise, I've done different types of exercise over the past 7 years or so. That came from a mental health point of view because I was very overweight at the time. I was 117 kilos. Wasn't happy with the way that I got to. Lost a load of weight and then just carried on with exercise. So exercise has been a big, important part of my mental health. But also I do get bored quite easily. So I found myself trying all different types of sports. So I've done everything from long distance road cycling to bodybuilding to kettlebell lifting, Olympic lifting, you name it. I've tried it all, well, mostly all, and kind of settled here really nicely with Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and a little bit of climbing on the side as well. 2 years ago, pretty much to the day, 2 years ago to the day, my dad passed away quite suddenly. So I really needed a community. I really wanted something that kind of made me feel like a part of a team. A lot of the people that I was following at the time, fitness-wise, I was doing a lot of kettlebell lifting at the time, they did a lot of jiu-jitsu alongside that. So I thought there's got to be something to this. And you look at all the videos and stuff and you think there's a big team of guys here. So I'll try it out. So I tried it out and I was a bigger guy at the time, a bit more muscly because I've been doing a lot of strength training. And I was a little bit nervous, like we all are at the start. Everybody gets a bit nervous if you're a bigger guy because you think I might end up hurting someone or something like that unintentionally. And didn't know what to expect, but yeah, really welcomed in, really felt good to be here and got hooked immediately. I was thinking about maybe doing, one session a week, not getting in the way of my strength training, but it very quickly took over. I know this is the thing that I do the most. It is always the priority. It's this and then other things afterwards. So yeah, and it's been really important for my mental health, this one. As I've kind of said to people in the past, it can make a bad day feel so small. You almost get 2 days out of one. If you're having a bad day, you have a bad day, and then you have a good day in that same one. If there's anything that I take away from this, it is keeping level-headed under pressure. I think a lot of times when you start, and it happens to everybody when they start, you get a bit terrified from any bad position you're put in. You think as soon as you're in bottom side control, you think that's it. I'm game over. I've got to try and run out of this as much as possible. But you're usually safe. And it's nice to kind of have that thing of maybe being in a scary position, but being able to know you're okay. And that's something I take out of here as well with my work. I work in a mental health hospital, so there's a lot of times where there's a lot of stress and there's a lot of pressure, and being able to kind of stay level-headed through that is super important.
Yeah, you're blue belt now.
Blue belt now. I got that on Tuesday. And I've been trying to step my game up a little bit because there is something called the blue belt blues, as we all know, where people get their blue and they stop turning up. And I'm absolutely not going to let that happen. And to do that, I've been trying to step my game up a bit. And my goal through blue belt is to become one of the people that I really like to spar with. And those are the people that are not necessarily going for subs all the time, but people that just do amazing stuff that kind of, makes you go, wow. The kind of guys that make you want to learn what they've done. That's where I want to be through my blue belt, is to kind of not constantly tapping people out all the time, but when I do, it's something that's impressive and something that's different and something that's new. So that's where I want to be. Not there yet by any stretch of the imagination, but that's where I'd like to be. Yeah, I'd like to. I mean, I'm not there yet by any stretch again. I'd love to have a few more years under my belt, but I'd love to teach because teaching is something I've always done. I've been a personal trainer for about 6 years now, so teaching is something that is a part of what I do, and I'd really love to do that for other people and help people out where I can. Realistically, is a big thing. So
Thank you.
yeah, no problem, man.
Appreciate it.